One of the most famous discussions is whether or not money can buy happiness. We see and read millions of articles, books, videos, and documentaries about it, much more on channels or YouTube channels like this channel, in which what we talk about is mostly about money, personal finance, and investments. But what if I tell you that money can buy happiness in a certain way? This is a topic that not many people like to talk about or feel comfortable with because it has been a taboo for many years. And although little by little it has changed from generation to generations, it all depends on how you handle the topic and how you handle money. I say that it depends since we see many millionaire people with a lot of money and many things that end up in drugs, prisoners, or in huge problems, while there are other millionaires who manage to manage their money wisely and are able to be stable. Even though we all think that happiness is in buying expensive clothes, expensive cars, watches, mansions, and more. But why not think a little bit further and think about why we buy the things that we buy in the first place? So today I want to talk about why money can buy happiness, but at the same time, why many think it can't. Let's start with what the majority thinks. Money cannot buy happiness. The main point is that money does not buy happiness because you will never be satisfied. Once you allow money to become your source of happiness, you will never be satisfied. You'll always want more because that shiny new car or that shiny new thing is going to get more and more expensive. It's going to be expensive car, expensive house that the one that you have right now. And even if you have millions of dollars in your bank account or investment account or an excellent income, you will always be frustrated. And that is where having money brings stress and not happiness. The second point would be that money cannot buy true friends, because although it seems that people with a lot of money have many friends and a lot of acquaintances, they tend to vanish if money decreases or if someone with more money than you arrive where you are. And the third point, the most important in my opinion, is that money cannot buy time. And time, in my opinion, is the most valuable thing that we have in life. And let me explain why I say this. We don't realize it, but we are always thinking about money. Stressed because we don't make enough money, we don't have enough money, we don't have enough without realizing that time keeps passing by, that the days keep passing, and we keep stressing because we don't have enough money. And that is where we must realize that money is rather creating a disease and a lot of stress, which is not allowing us to live life, or even dedicating ourselves to working really hard to earn more and more money and become multimillionaires without even enjoying life. Steve Jobs himself said it before he died. I reached the pinnacle of success in the business world. In others' eyes, my life is an epitome of success. However, aside from work, I have little joy. In the end, wealth is only a fact of life that I'm accustomed to. At this moment, lying on the sick bed and recalling my whole life, I realize that all the recognition and wealth that I took so much pride in have paled and become meaningless in the face of impending death. Because we do not realize that money can buy us many material things, many things that make us happy, but what cannot buy nor recover is life and time wasted. That is why saving is important, but not forget to enjoy yourself. And that is where we realize that money can help us achieve happiness as long as we achieve personal and financial stability, but at the same time with adventures in life. To be really happy, you need, in my opinion, to establish a stability financially speaking, and then start enjoying life. And stability usually comes with the help of a little bit of money. So let's talk now about why I think money really can help to reach happiness in life, which is completely different to what people think nowadays, or at least most people. As I said before, the essential And main thing that we must focus on is to achieve stability. And when I talk about stability, I'm talking about mental stability in health, eating well, sleeping well, and peacefully. Staying active plus having money to help you achieve those things without that much stress and help you in any type of emergency to avoid stress in the future. And speaking of future, it is very important to live in the present before planning to what will happen in 10 years. But normally, stability is not enough. There are many people who have an excellent job with a good income, who are healthy, have security and financial stability, but feel like they are falling behind, like they don't stop running and that life is passing too fast. And even if they have an excellent salary, that is not happiness. They have the stability, financially speaking, as we all seek, but they are not necessarily happy, and that is where the adventures come in. That thing that we should all do to be able to reach that stability. And even if we don't believe it, that adventure can be achieved with or without money. Only having money has stability, and that stability allows you not to have to think about that really stressful thing, but to focus on thinking beyond, thinking about enjoying life. The ideal is not to wait for that midlife crisis that many go through when they realize that life is passing by, and that's when you start new adventures. It must be borne in mind that people do not usually regret the things they did and did not work because they at least tried, but they do regret the opportunities that they never took, the adventures they never did, the risks they did not accept, and the trips they missed. Happiness goes a little beyond the present moment. It's almost more about long-term growth because while money doesn't guarantee happiness, as I said, as I showed at the beginning, it certainly plays a crucial role in providing stability and reducing financial stress, which is really helpful. So it's time to sit down, look back, and realize the things that you have done, what you have achieved, what you have failed on, what you are proud of, because without realizing it, you can be inspired by your own experiences, realizing what you are capable of without focusing only on getting more and more money and working really hard without enjoying life. This does not mean that you throw everything overboard right now, go live your life without thinking about money. No, if money helps you buy the ticket for that trip that you want to do so much, if it helps you to achieve that stability we seek and at the same time achieve the adventures that you want so much, then it's happy. After you already have your stability in personal life, health, friendship, and happiness, that is where your adventures begin. That business that that catches your attention, that trip that gives you adrenaline when you think about that. So yes, secret of happiness is that personal balance between the financial and mental stability and personal stability and also the adventures, but at the same time, a little bit of money. So let's continue working to be able to continue to grow our assets, create wealth, invest, save, but at the same time, enjoy and live in the present. Many of us just focus on the future and what we want to have, or the money that I want to have, or be able to travel to this and that place to be able to buy a house. And we forget to live the present. Being present in those important moments without realizing that this is what will bring us happiness, because life is not about finding yourself, but about creating yourself. And if you really want to be an entrepreneur, I'll leave you here a video about talking about things that they don't tell us about entrepreneurship. And here for you to subscribe. Thank you and see you next time.